What do feminists do? For me, it's simple. Feminists just bring out their hands and lift up girls and women to come up and support them all along. I enjoyed watching the Sahila, is that her name? The video, because she did make some points. I think feminists should be happy, as I am, to always try and look for who will succeed me. Because it's being up there takes away your time to do things that are a lot more useful than if you had free time. We have had, as has been said, quite a few women are in the public space, although I'll say not enough. But I believe the day that we started getting female chief justices in Nigeria was a breaking point, because it's one of the most conservative sectors you can get. But today we have, even in my state, Adamawa, and some of you might not even know that Adamawa state is a state in Nigeria. We have a female chief judge, and the neighboring Gombe state also has a female chief judge. What's feminist leadership? I don't want to bore us because we've said that again, but I think feminist leadership is a style, and like the video said, it is actually not just about women. It's a style that is inclusive and sort of termed that way because it's like what you think women should do. So feminist leadership is about being collaborative, relational, consensus building, being empathetic, making sure that everybody is comfortable to produce, and that whatever they produce does not make you uncomfortable or take anything from you. And for me, today, the person that exemplifies that is the Prime Minister of New Zealand, who has shown clearly that it's not a problem to have a child and to go with that child to any function. It's not a problem to go to the other side if you think of the other religion as being negative, or as New Zealanders do have a fear of Islam. But she was able to go to a mosque after it's been bombed, wear appropriate clothing, she wasn't afraid of that, and sit and empathize with these people. So for me, that shows what feminist leadership is. Normally people like Jacinta are quite charismatic, transformational. They also, I believe, will not stick to a definition just because it's a definition, but will change it if it needs to be changed. How do we create feminist leadership? I believe civil societies in Nigeria have gone a long way. From those of us who were in Women in Nigeria in the 1980s, probably there was some before, but that was when I was a young woman. Baba for Women's Human Rights, my organization, which is called Center for Women and Adolescent Empowerment, and many more are there trying and struggling to make sure that feminism is accepted within the sphere. I cannot say we haven't had our struggles that have actually destroyed some of these organizations. Organizations that must have started with good understanding of what these organizations should be, and later on, one person or the other has hijacked it for their own means, sometimes, and especially during the military regime, when it wasn't okay for civil society to come out there and talk, especially to be against the political system. You had organizations, these organizations were hijacked by people who actually wanted to be political, and it succeeded for some time. They succeeded for some time because, again, women's organizations are not taken seriously. So it took a while for government to realize that something not very feminist was going on in women in Nigeria. I think it is actually very possible to get men to change their mindsets. And I think practice is usually what will make it happen. If it happens all the time, something will change.